The small alien cubs of Trellis Minor had seen many wonders in their short, fuzzy lives. They'd seen stars bend like ribbons during hyperspace jumps. They'd seen oceans that glowed softly at night and trees that sang when the wind passed through them. They had even seen humans, loud, strange creatures with soft eyes and endlessly creative hands. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared them for the day they discovered the chocolate strawberry of Earth. The cubs were part of the Caring Clutch, a nursery group aboard the sprawling galactic exchange station known as Harmony Drift. Their species, the Valari, were small, round, and covered in plush fur that changed color with their emotions. When they were excited, they shimmered with vibrant pink and gold. When they were curious, they turned a pale, thoughtful blue, and on this particular day, they were very, very blue. "Why do humans always bring food?" chirped Pip, the smallest cub in the clutch, his tiny ears twitching with every sound from across the station's cultural atrium. "And why does it smell so happy?" asked Luma, her fur already starting to warm from blue towards a soft, hopeful pink. Across the atrium, a human delegation was setting up a small, unassuming booth. It wasn't an official display. There were no flashy banners or grand trade seals. Just a simple folding table, a cooling tray, and a woman with kind eyes and an apron that read, "Food is love." Her name was Dr. Maya Chen, a xenobotanist from Earth. She had come to the station to present a variety of Earth fruits for the Galactic Exchange archives. Apples, oranges, bananas, simple, everyday things. But today was different. Today was special. Today, she had brought a treat. With a gentle smile, she lifted a silver lid from the tray. The cubs froze. All of them. On the tray lay a collection of bright red strawberries, plump, glossy, and alive with a scent that seemed to promise joy, each one carefully dipped in smooth dark chocolate. The chocolate shimmered under the station's artificial lights, its surface cracked just delicately enough to reveal the vibrant red fruit beneath. In perfect unison, the Valari cubs' noses wiggled, trying to capture every molecule of that incredible aroma. "What is that?" breathed Pip, his voice filled with a reverence usually reserved for glowing nebulae. Maya noticed the small, furry crowd of wonder gathering near her table. She knelt down, her movements slow and deliberate, lowering herself to their eye level. "These," she said, her voice soft and gentle, "are chocolate strawberries. They're a dessert from my home planet, Earth Days." Cert, Luma repeated, the strange new word tasting foreign on her tongue. Maya laughed, a warm and genuine sound. "Yes, it means something sweet, something you share after a meal. It's meant to make you feel warm inside." The cubs exchanged wide-eyed looks. The concept of warm inside was deeply important to Valari culture. It was the essence of safety, family, and contentment. Their caretaker, a wise and cautious figure named Elder Kryn, stepped forward, his own fur a muted shade of concerned gray. "Human Chen," he began respectfully, "our cubs have sensitive systems. We have found that Earth foods can often be bit overwhelming for them." Maya nodded in understanding. "I know, that's why I made these specially. The chocolate is low sugar, and the strawberries have been bio-adjusted for interspecies digestion. They are completely safe." She paused for a moment, then added, "But only if you'd like to try, of course." The cubs didn't even wait for their elder's permission. Pip, the bravest and smallest of them all, waddled forward first. "Small bite?" he asked, his voice a hopeful squeak. Using a soft-tipped utensil to avoid startling him, Maya gently handed one of the treats to the little cub. Pip held it with both of his paws, staring at it as if it were a precious jewel that might float away at any moment. He took a tiny, hesitant nibble. The moment the chocolate shell cracked and the sweet strawberry juice touched his tongue, it happened. Pip's fur exploded into a brilliant cascade of gold and pink, glowing so brightly that the station's overhead lights seemed to dim in comparison. "Oh," he whispered, his eyes wide with stunned delight. Then, he took a much bigger bite. Luma was next, then Relo, then Nim, then all of them, one by one. The atrium, usually a bustling hub of noise and activity, was filled with a chorus of soft chirps, happy squeaks, and the profound, blissful silence between bites. "It's sweet," Luma said slowly, trying to find the words. "But not loud sweet," Relo added, his fur a calm, contented green. "It's gentle," Nim whispered. "It feels like a cuddle," Pip finished, his voice muffled by the last piece of strawberry. Elder Kryn watched, completely stunned. His cubs, normally a chaotic whirlwind of boundless energy, were sitting calmly, their tails curled around them, their eyes half closed in a state of pure bliss. He turned to Maya, his voice quiet with awe. "What does this fruit do? What magic is in it?" Maya swallowed, a wave of emotion catching in her voice. "Nothing special, really. It's just two simple things that humans love: Chocolate is something we make to celebrate life's big moments. Strawberries are something fragile, something that needs to be grown with care. She looked at the glowing cubs. Together, they just remind us that joy doesn't have to be complicated. The news spread faster than a ship in hyperspace. Within hours, footage of the glowing Valari cubs happily eating chocolate strawberries had flooded the galactic net. Comments poured in from every corner of the known galaxy. Humans weaponize kindness. HFY humans feed you. How can a species once considered so dangerous be this gentle? Requests began to arrive from dozens of different worlds. Can humans make comfort food for grieving species? One asked. Can humans help our picky hatchlings eat their greens? Another inquired. And most tellingly, can humans teach us how to make our food feel like love? Back in the nursery that night, the cubs refused to go to sleep unless Pip told the story of the day one more time. The human came. He began proudly, his voice full of importance. She brought a red fruit. She covered it with dark happiness. She said it was love. Luma hugged her sleeping blanket tightly. When I grow big, I'm going to go to Earth. Elder Kryn, watching over them, smiled softly. And why would you go to Earth, little one? So I can learn to make chocolate strawberries, Luma said, her voice filled with determination. For other cubs who feel alone, years later, long after Dr. Maya Chen had returned to her home planet, the Valari introduced a new and sacred tradition across all their worlds. When a cub was afraid, when a traveler felt homesick and lost, when two species met for the first time, unsure of each other, they would share a small plate. On it would be a red fruit, a dark sweet coating, and a simple lesson they had learned from the strange, loud and kind creatures from Earth, that even in a vast cold universe, sometimes the greatest gift of all is something sweet, shared gently, by hand. HFY, because humans didn't just reach for the stars, they brought dessert. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more tales from across the galaxy. See you next time.